Hello and very good morning. I bid to respective lecturer, Dr. Nur Fadila, and all my classmates. My name is Nur Shazwani binti Ahmad Sukri from ESMO, and I'm glad to share with you regarding the horse technique, show jumping. I will present this topic based on the finding from my interview MEM riders Adenin bin Azam.
There are five main elements in show jumping. There is approach, takeoff, on air or fly, and then there's landing or and departure. So these five elements is really key. It's really important because it will actually affect the outcome of the jump. What I mean is the quality. How is the quality of the jump gonna be? Is the jump gonna be flat? Is the jump gonna be crooked? Is the jump gonna be is the jump gonna be high? Stuff like that. So these five elements is key. I'm not gonna go too detailed into it. Before the jump is approach. During the jump is takeoff, fly, and landing. After the jump is departure. So before the jump, we start with approach. Approach, we have to be mindful and keep in mind of our rhythm. Okay, our rhythm actually decides it all. Our rhythm, we don't want it to be too fast, or too slow. Too fast, the jump might be flat. Too slow, the horse will knock the jump, and the chances of refusal is high. So the rhythm we want to be in is a good, consistent rhythm, but with impulsion. Okay, so the impulsion that I'm talking about is when you hold the horse in with your reins and your seat in the forehand and give energy with your legs from the hindquarters. So that is impulsion. So approach is done. Second is when you take off. In show jumping, there is a term we call takeoff spot. So the takeoff spot is where the horse actually takes off from the ground and over the fence. So the takeoff spot, we don't want it to be too short and too far, because too far the horse might knock and the chances of refusal is high, and too short also the same thing, chances of refusal is high, and the horse might knock the fence. So that is takeoff. And then when we take off and go into fly, and when we fly, we do the 2-point position. 2-point position, when we fly, we just follow the horse. Okay, follow the horse in 2-point position. Remember not to lose your balance, and don't put your weight on your right or left. Just remember, take off in the 2-point position steadily, and then when you're on the way to your landing, you sit back. Okay, you come back to your saddle, not sit back, I'm sorry. You come back to the saddle, but don't sit back yet. And then when we land, we actually have to give the horse one strike to actually let the horse gather itself on its own. Okay, we can't just after the landing we just pick the horse back up. No, we give them one strike, and then in the departure, after one strike after the landing, the departure. Okay, so one strike after the landing, then we pick the horse back up and departure off, and then we will head to the next fence, and then we will actually repeat the elements. Okay. One of the most important things to do is correction. Okay, we need to make the horse jump again. Okay, there are two factors of why the horse will actually refuse. First one is the rider. Maybe the rider is not riding the horse correctly, is not approaching correctly, or maybe he's not confident with the horse as he is jumping. So that's one factor, and then the other factor is actually the horse. So the horse might actually be scared of the fence, and the fences have many. They have a variety kinds of fences. We have vertical, oxen, triple bar, plank, wall. We have the water jump and everything. So to actually avoid refusals, we have to actually just one word: training. Train, and train. Because in equestrian we have to train two athletes. We have to train the rider, and we have to train the actual horse. So yeah, that's it. That is how I handle a refusal. Just after refusal, correction, do it again.